You've come into our Monday clinic for an asymptomatic screen, is that right?
Yeah, I'm here and ready to get tested.
Excellent. So, have you any questions before we start?
So I suppose in terms of STIs, how frequently should you get tested?
Okay, well, we would recommend that you get tested if you're sexually active on a regular basis, every 3 to 6 months. However, if you perceive you've had a risk, you should get tested within 2 weeks of that risk. Because for chlamydia and gonorrhea, those bacterial infections, it takes up to 2 weeks before they show up positive.
So if I've been sexually active but I don't have any symptoms, should I still get tested?
Absolutely. The big problem with chlamydia and gonorrhea, also sometimes with HIV and syphilis, is that these infections don't have any symptoms. And as high as 60% of men who have sex with men who have chlamydia and gonorrhea don't have any symptoms. So you could be carrying an infection, not realise you have it. So even if you don't have symptoms, yes, get tested.
So if I come in and I do test positive for an STI, what's the procedure?
So the testing here is free. The treatment is also free. So if you test positive for an STI, we will ring you and arrange for you to come in during one of our clinics when we have a doctor on duty. That's usually a Tuesday evening or a Wednesday evening, and we'll give you the treatment for free. Depending on the STI you have, the treatment is generally antibiotics, most of the time oral antibiotics. However, sometimes you may have to get an injection.
So I'm going to do a rapid HIV test with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the tip of your finger and I prick the side of it, and some blood will come to the surface. I'll take a sample of that blood, I put it into our test kit here, and then you'll go off and do the rest of your tests, and by the time you get back to me, I'll have a result for HIV.
Will it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt. It's kind of like a paper cup, but it won't hurt, don't worry.
Okay.
Let's just use this hand here. Clean your finger, and then I will just prick the side of it.
Okay.
Don't worry, it doesn't hurt. Yeah.
So how long will it take before we have the results?
So once I finish now, it'll take about 20 minutes for a result. So the blood goes onto this little strip, and then over the 20 minutes, a result develops. So what we want to see is we want to see one red line. That means that the test has worked. And then if there's any other lines that appear, then it's an indication that there's HIV present. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, no problem.
So while we wait, I might just ask you 1 or 2 questions.
Yeah, go for it.
So what does U equals U mean?
It means undetectable equals untransmittable. So basically, if you're HIV positive and you're taking your meds regularly every day, it actually lowers the amount of virus in your blood to an undetectable level. So it means that you can't pass on HIV to anybody else. So it's a really, really important milestone for many HIV positive people to get to, and also for HIV negative people to know that their partners, their HIV positive partners, don't pass it on.
So what's the difference between PEP and PrEP?
So PEP is after potential exposure and PrEP is before. So with PEP, you take 28 days of HIV meds, and you take 2 pills every day to stop HIV infection if you've had a very credible risk in the last 72 hours. So you can get it from sexual health clinics, or if they're closed, you can access it through an A&E. PrEP is where you would take 1 pill every day, and it would considerably reduce the risk of you contracting HIV. So yeah, that's the difference between both of them.
So the plan would be today just to I'd ask you a few questions, then just take some blood from you, and the blood would be screened for HIV, hepatitis A, B, C, and syphilis, and then we would take a swab from your throat. I would then just send it to the bathroom just to do the urine and the rectal swab. Those swabs then are screened for chlamydia and gonorrhea.
So is the Gay Men's Health Service confidential?
It's a 100% confidential service, and it's a free service too. All testing and treatment is funded by the HSE CHO Area 6.
How can you protect yourself against STIs?
Well, the most important thing we would recommend is the use of condoms, the proper use of condoms and lube. Also availing of vaccines, so the vaccines that we provide here to protect people against for hepatitis A, hepatitis B, and also the HPV vaccine. Stephen, are you right-handed or left-handed?
I am right-handed.
Great, so I would take your left arm. Great. Have you had the bloods taken before?
I have indeed.
Wonderful, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So the throat swab, just the container that we put the swabs into, just is a container that has fluid at the end of it. It's just so important that fluid stays in there. So what we say to people is a screw top lid, and once you open the lid, it's just to keep the tube upright, that's all, so the fluid doesn't spill out. The swab itself is encased in paper, heat sealed here at the top part, and that's the part you're going to open. So just like a band-aid, you're just going to peel it back, like so, and remove the swab. Halfway down that swab, a little indentation that we're going to use to snap into the tube, but I'll show you that in a second.
Cool.
So we're going to take a swab from 3 areas of your throat.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you very much. Keeping the tube upright, as I say, just literally unscrewing the lid, popping it in until that little indentation's on the rim of the tube, and you're just going to snap it, just to make sure that the lid is tight. So for the, you're going to the bathroom and you're going to do the rectal swab and the urine. The urine, the most important part to remember, you haven't peed in the last hour, have you?
No.
Great. You go into the bathroom, you wash your hands, and you're going to pee into the tube just to fill it with the first amount of pee that comes out. Fill it halfway, and then you can finish your pee in the loo. Just make sure the lid is secure there. Like the throat swab we took, I'm going to send you to the bathroom with the tube and the swab. Just take the rectal swab yourself. Have you taken that yourself before?
No.
So just to show you a diagram. Being right-handed, you're going into the bathroom, you will put your right knee up onto the loo seat like that. You just open up the swab, and then with your right hand, you just insert the swab into the back passage. With the swab inside the back passage, you're literally just pressing it forward and just up into the back passage a couple of centimetres. Once it's inside you, you just twiddle it around, pushing it up into you, and then just remove it. Open up the lid of the swab of the container, pop it in and snap it. And again, remember not to lose the fluid that's there.
So, Stephen, your results came back and that's negative there. Alright, so the rest of the tests will take about a week to come back, and we'll test you if everything is okay, and we'll give you a call if we need you to come back in. Alright?
Straightforward.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.